in time and see yourself. You wanna be like someone else. Don't wanna change me, don't wanna tell you for my health. Go back in time and tell yourself, was this one right or someone else? Don't wanna change me, would rather feed it to your spells.
And hello, it is me, WheatAnime or Anime Wheat. Welcome to the final part of What If Deku was Nanami's reincarnation. Right, the final part. If you didn't watch my other final part, the final part of What If Deku had the 8 gates, then you would know. If you haven't, then the final part is just really a big summary, honestly, on what happens. A big summary. Some things will be like, uh, some things. It's a big old summary, okay? It's just a summary of what happens after, like, part 11. It's a big summary what after that. If you haven't already watched the part of, well, what if Deku was, well, not was, uh, had the 8 gates, you would know how this works. Okay, let's get into the story. But before that, let me, the disclaimers. Uh, Background noise, maybe. You might hear it, I don't know. Um, I stutter a lot. Uh, Let me think. I repeat stuff. Uh, yeah, basically that. Right. So let's get into the story. Well, last part, we went over the Endeavor Agency arc, right? So it's been a couple months after that, maybe a year or close to a year, maybe, right? Maybe a year, close to a year at least, after uh, the Endeavor Agency arc, right? And everything has gone throughout the window, honestly, ever since then, ever since the war started, everything has went out the window. And I mean everything. Even bodies. I mean, those were still alive, I think. Well, at least what Midoriya thinks if they were. He thinks they were, but yet he doesn't know. And Midoriya has changed a lot too, ever since, well, after months, right? I'm sorry if I sound uh not happy. Uh, I had to wake up at 4 and do stuff, and I haven't got to take a nap at all, and it sucks. And I'm recording this on Monday, but this probably won't be able to go, well, won't go out until like maybe Tuesday. Well, it will be uploading on Monday, but it probably won't go out until like Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It really just depends if I stay where I am long enough. Right. So, Midoriya would go on patrol with well, him by himself, really. He's been doing that a lot more often. When he first started, he would have to sneak out of the UA, like, base? I guess that's what you would call it. The UA base. I guess that's, like, yeah, that's what at least I would call it, maybe. I got a hole in my sock. I need a new pair of socks. Um, I'm very sorry. Uh, yeah. What did I say yeah for? I don't know. Oh, I have no clue. Um, yeah, I remember where I was. Midoriya would go out on patrol. At first, when he started, he would have to sneak out, as I previously said, and more he done it, more the other heroes would let him do it because they knew he was strong enough to take care of himself, which he was given a time limit, 2 hours. Then he is told to be back there. And any villain he takes out, he has to give the coordinates to like other heroes so they go and get them, right? And we'll go to a non really important day. Midori would be out on patrol like usual, and then he he would be jumping like along roofs using a ratio burst. That sounds like Ida's move. Ratio burst? Ratio dash, maybe. No, that just sounds stupid. Ratio rush. Sure. At least that's better than dash. Um, he would be moving around. He would stop on top of a air like conditioner unit. You know, like those on top of buildings. Like one of those. He would stop there, take a little break, and he would get shot at, given it they did miss. He would look at where the shot came from, right? And he would see nothing. And then he would get shot at again, which they missed. Now, Midori's getting skeptical because these shots are barely missing him, like weirdly. But yet that doesn't bother him at the moment. He would like make a circle around, like, towards the person shooting at him, right? And then would he would eventually make it, like, like, you know what I mean. He would eventually make the circle right to the other side of the road, right? And then he would get shot at again, which when he was crossing, he didn't get shot at all. Midoriya, being who he is, he would start thinking a lot about these shots and their placements. He would be thinking, these shots must be missing on purpose, or they're just a really bad shot. But if it's on purpose, I'm in for a battle. I just want to go to sleep. Midori says that, not me. Even though I do. If it's not too late, I think after I record this, I'm gonna take a nap. Way better. Right. And Midoriya would start running like in a zigzag motion. He would start going towards the shots where they're coming from. He would get close enough to see someone, and he would yell out. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't yell out. He would just keep on rushing over to him, and he would go to, like, hit him, right? And the person would dodge out of the way, right? They would dodge out of the way, move, and grab his arm. Well, the person would move out of the way, grab Midoriya's arm, throw him down to the ground face first, and then wrap the arm that they grabbed around, and then put their, like, body on the arm. You know what I mean? Like a takedown. They would take down Midoriya, not not defeated Midoriya, just like put him down. Now that says like they killed him. No, you all know what I mean. Sorry, I was spitting out gum. Is my mic on? Yeah, and it's still recording. Okay. Time for time. It's been like 10 minutes. Oh gosh, this is gonna take forever. Not, it won't take forever if I hurry up, but yeah, I'll keep on going. That was weird. Uh, nah. mm, Sorry, I was yawning. Sorry, I was yawning. Yeah, and then the person would say, "Well, Look who we got here. A student of UA. Good. With you, I'll be able to get even stronger. And then Midori would say, I don't like the way you worded that. And how do you even know I'm a student of UA? And then the person would say, Oh, I know a lot of stuff, young man. Given you look around 16, 17, so you're not much younger than me. And then Medora would say, Who even are you? And the person would say, Oh, wouldn't you like to know? And then Midoriya would say, I really would. Sorry I'm going quiet so much. I can barely see out of my right eye now. I'm also sorry about that. Uh, I'm just sorry about a lot of stuff, honestly. Right. What did Midoriya say? Did he say, Who even are you? Yeah, don't it? If he didn't, I'm gonna say he does. And she would say, Well, yeah, I know I did. Yeah. And the person would say, You know what? I'll show you who I am. But yet, you stay on the ground, or I won't miss this time. And this one will actually hit. And then Midori would say, Oh, yeah, one more question. Did you miss those on purpose or an accident? And then the person would say, Oh, those were most certainly on purpose. Now, be a good boy and stay there a little bit, okay? And then the person would get off, and then like there was a way to get up to the roof, like a stairwell up to the roof, and there was a built like a room around that. So she would get on top of that, right? And then she would say, "Okay, you can get up now." And Midoriya would get up and look at the person. She would look like, well, she would look like, well, she would have purple slash pinkish hair, right? She would be wearing a black dress, Uh, like I don't know what you would call the boots. Um, I'm gonna stop describing her, and I'm just gonna tell you her name. And she would introduce herself as, "Hello, my name is Lady Nagant. Nice to meet you, Izuku Midoriya." So let me get this straight. You're Lady Nagant, uh, that one person who killed that one higher up, that one person in the whatchamacallit, that hero. I don't know what's called. I never pay attention to that. Like I like out of character, I legit have no clue what they're called. HOV? No. LOH. League of Heroes. Hov. No. Um, Low or something. Like Low? I think that's how you would say it. Low? I think that's how you would say it. Shiny gown, those apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Oh, I'm looking at her. She hit the floor. She hit the floor. Should go low, 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 low. And Lady Nagant would say, "Yes, I am that same person." And another thing, young man, how old are you exactly? By this time, Midori, how old would Midoriya be? He started at 15, and during his first year, he turned 16, and once he would be like in his second year, he would be 16, and then and then uh, and then he like when he first got into UA, he would be like 15. So and then he would be around 17 because this would be around in summer ish, maybe. I think this would be around in like summer. I think it should be. Probably not though. I think it is. At least I think that's what it is. So yeah, he would be around 17. And that's a weird looking bug. Like that's an extremely weird looking bug. Anyways, uh, where was I? I wish I had a real like camera to record this on, or like a actual like mic audio thing so I can look back where it was. What the? Uh, yeah. Oh yeah, like Lady Nagant is like 24 in this instance. Oh no, don't leave. In this instance, Lady Nagant is 24, so 7 years older than Midoriya because he would be like 17. I keep on thinking that thing's like flown away. Where did that thing go now? I think I'm just gonna move on. I'll still speak to you. Um, and Midoriya would say, uh, I know this is rude and all to ask a woman, but how old are you? Because last time I heard of you, uh, that was like that was last time I heard about anything about you, I was about 15, so 2 years ago, and it was the whole entire instance where you broke in that bank for somebody or whatnot. This is not canon like information at all. This was all fake information I'm making up. And Medora would continue. The last time I heard anything about you, Miss Nagant, was 2 years back, and you and a bunch of cronies robbed a bank or broke into some like hidden organism, blah blah blah, a hidden group, and stole stuff from them. Apparently, like drugs or something along the lines of that is what I heard, at least. But yet they also keep that a bunch of that information away so the public don't uh worry a bunch about it. So, what did you really do that fine day, Mr. Nagant? And Lady Nagant would say, "Oh, what's the pronations? Oh, alrighty. Have we became such good friends by this time?" And Midori would say, "I don't think we really became friends. Uh, Most thing we became is just not strangers to each other, really. I also just like having conversations with people like you. I think it's very entertaining." And Lady Nagant would say, "Oh, so interesting, huh?" And she would hop down from there, walk up to Midoriya, and like, this is about how like, uh, I don't know what to describe this as. You know how more dominant women will just grab faces like willy-nilly? Yeah, she would grab Midoriya's face like like under the chin or whatever. I don't know. And Lady Nagant would say, what did I say before explaining her holding his face? Screw it. I don't care. Doesn't matter. And Lady Nagant would say, aren't you very interesting yourself, young man? See, I'll tell you, but I gotta go. And Midoriya would say, I don't think you're going anywhere, ma'am, Miss Nagant. You're not going anywhere. I'm taking you back to UA. We're gonna get information out of you because I can tell you had some type of deal with a villain or something. But now my question is, what was that deal? And Lady Nagant would say, oh, wouldn't you like to know? You'll have to catch me if you want to know that. And I'm known to be quite a runner. And then she would disappear in a blur to Midoriya. Well, not really a blur. She would run away. And Midoriya would say, this is gonna get boring real quick. And he would see her stop in like a couple buildings away and wave back at him and like blow him a kiss. And Midoriya would be like very confused. But yet he would go running after her again. And Nagant's like deal with All for One hasn't happened yet. So she doesn't have a bomb. Okay. She does not have a bomb in her stomach. Okay. She doesn't have a bomb. And then they would basically play like they would Midoriya it would be chasing. Midoriya would be chasing Lady Nagant a lot. The 2 hours he was allowed out there would pass and Midoriya would get a text from Aizawa. And that text would be saying, kid, why aren't you back yet? And Midoriya would text back saying, I'm currently chasing a villain down. And Aizawa would text back saying, well, forget her. Forget the villain, okay? Get back here. And Midoriya would text back saying, this one's real important, Mr. Aizawa, and you would know who this is. Her name is Lady Nagant, and apparently she's made a deal with some villain to capture a UA student. And Aizawa, at this point, they're probably gonna, like, they would call, Aizawa would call. And Aizawa would say, like, Aizawa would say, so you're telling me you're chasing down a 24-year-old child at the very moment? And Midori would say, yeah, I am. Aizawa would sound disappointed over the phone, and Aizawa would say, you're just like your father. Your uncle, I meant to say. You're just like your uncle. And Midori would say, not in that way. Remember what I said, we texted? She has information, okay? And I'm gonna get it out of her. And Aizawa would say, fine, but right after you get that information, get back here, okay? And Midoriya would say, okay, fine. And Midori would hang up. And then Midoriya would actually catch up to Nagant a little. And Midoriya would like send a ratio blast at her, right? And it would hit her in the back, send her flying down in like into an alleyway, which she would bounce like hit off the walls, but yet she would still stand up, like be standing. Midori would drop down, and then Midori would say, we can make this a lot more easier if you just give me the information. And Lady Nagant would say, I don't feel like it. You're too much fun. And Midori would say, please quit making this sound weird. It's getting on my nerves. And Lady Nagant would say, ooh, I hit a sweet spot, huh? And Midoriya would send more ratio blasts at Lady Nagant, right? Which Lady Nagant would move out of the way a lot of the time, all the time, or every single one he sent, she would dodge out of the way. Either doing like a backflip, like at some point she just plain out did a split to dodge one, and then she was like stretching, and she dodged one. She's just dodging it like it's nothing, honestly. Right. And then Midoriya would walk up to the wall beside him, and he would hit it while saying, collapse, collapse. which the wall would collapse and it would almost hit Lady Nagant. Well, to Midoriya, it would look like it did, but really, she moved out of the way, jumping up to a roof, and like she would say, "Nah, nah, 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 you suck," and Midoriya would say, "Do I now?" And then Midoriya would throw his weapon, his cleaver, right under uh Lady Nagant, and Lady Nagant would say, "Yeah, you do suck." And Midoriya would say, "You know how you were missing on purpose earlier? Yeah, I just did too." And he would then continue, and while saying collapse, which the the like wall under Lady Nagant where she was standing would collapse, like give in, like fall into it, into like like the floor below, and Midoriya would find a way up there, jump down into the room that Lady Nagant fell into, and Midoriya could see Lady Nagant like laying there, groaning, like struggling to get out. And Midoriya would walk up to her and he would say, "Are you now going to give me the information?" And Lady Nagant would say, "No, I'm not. You just crushed my arm and leg. Why would I give information to a guy that just crushed my arm and leg?" And Midoriya would say, "I don't know, because you're nice." And Lady Nagant would say, "Because I'm nice? Really? That's the best you can come up with? Man, you do really suck." And Midoriya would say, "Okay, I'll make you a deal. I get the rubble off of you. I'll take it to UA. I'll get you patched up, okay? And then you'll give me the information." And Lady Nagant would say, "Add in ice cream and you got yourself a deal." And Midoriya would say, "You've said a lot of weird stuff recently, ever since we met. Um, you mind you mind clarifying on that?" And Lady Nagant would say, "Yeah, I want ice cream." And Midoriya would make sure and he would say, "Ice cream." And Lady Nagant would say, "Yes, ice cream." And Midoriya would say, "Anything else? Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, also, question. Are those bullets. How did you shoot those? Um, and also, are they supposed to bleed this much? And he would lift up his arm, showing like one straight through it on his left side, his left arm. And Nagant would say, "Did you forget about the poison?" And Midori would say, "Poison? Did you just say poison?" And Lady Nagant would say, "Yes, I said poison." And Midori would say, "I really hope you're joking with me at the moment." And he would get like worried, a worried face, and Nagant would just start laughing. And Nagant would say, "Man, you should have seen your face. That was priceless." Yeah, there's no poison on that. And she would continue. I mean, I do have some with poison on them, but the one I hit you with, yeah, no, there's no poison in there. And question, when did I even hit you? Because I don't remember hitting you like at all during that fight. And Lady Nagant, well, Midori would say, you know how you pinned me to the ground? Yeah, there was one on the ground facing up. I'm guessing you were meant you tried to put that through my head, but your aim sucks unless you're far away. So it just went straight to my arm. It really does not feel good. And Lady Nagant would say, "You know what also doesn't feel good? One of those air bubble things you shot at me. And also, me under this rubble also doesn't feel very good." And Midori would say, "Oh yeah, uh, hold on." And he would take off the rubble and then put her on his back, and then they would start back for UA. Dumb, stupid spider. And then they would make it back. Uh, Nagant would get healed up, right? And Midoriya would get patched up also, right? And then they'd get their information about blah blah blah, the deal, whatever else. And Nagant did also get her ice cream. Okay, she did get her ice cream. If any of you were worried about that, and now we'll do a time skip. Time skip for around, I don't know. I know the Dark Hero arc happened after Dobby's dance episode. I know it happened before it, the the Dobby's dance episode. I know that happened before like Nagant being met, but I decided not to do that. I get to choose. I'm joking. I just wanted to do something with Nagan. Honestly, I love the character a lot. And time skip, but during, like, when they meet Dobby to have Dobby's dance, like that fight. I'll just start the fight. See, um, yeah, they just started blasting. Dobby started blasting fire at Endeavor, and Endeavor just started blasting fire at Dobby. M Midori would just like be there, like it's getting real hot here, and like Sakio would be right beside him, and like she would be like, "It really is." And Todoroki would also be helping her father in this battle, sending her own uh, flash freeze heat wave at Dobby, and Dobby would be using prominent burn. And question, I know I looked it up before. I just don't remember. Um, does anyone know what prominence burst is from? I swear it's like one of Ida's move, Ida's move, but I do not know if that's the case or not. Could anyone help me with that? Thank you if you do. Um, I will pin your comment if you do that for me. If I can figure out how to do that, if any of you would comment my question, like your answer to my question at the end of this. Uh, and if you know what prominence burst is from, like prominence burn, which Dobby is using, is his move. But I don't know what prominence burst is from. I don't know what that's from. But never mind that, let's get into the story. See, they would just be going at it. Bang, bop, bing, bonk. Basically, that's how I would explain this fight. Until this certain part. See, Midori would be up and personal with Dobby. And see, Dobby would be dodging most of these attacks. But then he would get hit, like side to the side, right? And Dobby did have backup with him. See, the guy who he had a backup, who he brought for backup, would be Taurus, a man with a Minotaur quirk, transformation quirk, right? Taurus would be his name, and he would have a Minotaur uh, quirk. And, like, Endeavor would be fighting him at the very Taurus at the very moment, right? And let's go back to Dobby and Midoriya. See, the way Midoriya hit Dobby was towards Sakio and Todoroki. See, Dobby would see those two, and then he would point up his hand to, like, fire, 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 firepower. I I don't know, man. I'm tired. and Midoriya would rush over to move Sakio and Todoroki out of the way, but yet it would seem he would be too late. See, he would push those two out of the way, but yet he wouldn't have enough time to get out of the way himself. His left side would be caught in the flames, and now he would be looking like this. Half his face would be just gone. I know. I'm gonna zoom in. Why not? I'm gonna zoom in. Probably don't like this, huh? Probably don't like that. And then Taurus, the Minotaur guy, would like move out of the way, like get out of like Endeavor's like he wouldn't take down Endeavor. And Medora would be still standing, holding his blade. Like and Taurus would be like he hit Endeavor, right? Knocking away. And he would rush at Midoriya, and then Taurus would yell out, Minotaur, trample, or Minotaur trample. And then uh Taurus would punch Midoriya in the chest, sending him flying, crashing into like rubble. See, the only reason Midoriya's not like turned to ash is because of his quirk. And with the theory of quirk evolution, I explained this how his quirk also works. Um, last part with fire, how it works with fire. Midoriya's grandpa got burnt once, and like Midoriya, but yet not as severe. See, it would just been his left arm that would have been burnt, right? Not his whole entire left side, right? Right. And he didn't have to like. Basically, what I'm trying to say is he's fire resistant on a whole entire new level. I know that, like, what you're gonna say. Then why is his skin burnt? Because his skin and like organs, because he's lost his eye also. Um, his blood is fire resistant. His bones are fire resistant. His muscle is fire resistant, not his skin. I lost track of that bee. Now I don't know where that bee be. I don't enjoy that. I hope it flew away. Right. So he wouldn't be dead necessarily. He would still be alive. He would be able to, but yet now, since he has been hit in the rubble, right? Like, Todoroki would freeze Taurus's legs, right, so that he couldn't move, and then, well, like, and Endeavor was gonna go, like hit, like Endeavor and Nejire was gonna go um hit uh Taurus, like, at the same time, right? But Dobby would stop them from doing that. It's 5:07. It's almost been an hour. Right. But yet, and Sakio would have went and checked on Midoriya, and Midoriya would get up before Sakio would got over there, and he would, well, out of his right eye, he would see that Taurus isn't moving. He would be able to see the ice, and he would pick back up his blade, and then like a blur appear behind. Uh, he would appear behind uh Taurus, and he would be saying, "Black Flash," and then there would be a big like slash like marking on Taurus, right? And then Taurus would fall down. And Midoriya would look over at Dobby. Dobby would have this, or Toya, if you don't know. Toya Todoroki is Dobby. Spoilers. Sorry about that. Never mind that though. Uh, Dobby would have a shocked face, and Dobby would say, "How are you alive?" Now, well, first, you just somehow lived from being turned to ash, but now you are somehow alive. Who even are you? And Midori would say, well, he would try to say, well, he would be coughing. And then he would say, my name is Izuku Midoriya. I am the grandson of Nanami Kento. Recognize that name, Dobby? Oh, my lungs are on fire. And Dobby would say, oh, so you're the Mad Dash's grandson. Joy. No wonder you're not dead. But yet, apparently your grandpa died of old age, huh? And I'm guessing your father is Hiyashi Midoriya, huh? So, and I hear well, on what us villains have gathered, your father died of a sickness that was apparently part of your family. Weird, huh? Very weird. But yet, you have the same, well, close to the same quirk as the mad dash. But yet, I've never seen you make a mad dash. And Midoriya would look down at his arm, still see his watch on his right arm, and he would say, because I don't make mad dashes, I go overtime. And then a blue aura would appear around Midoriya, and Midoriya would rush Dobby, hit him with a black flash, appear behind him, and he would say, now, Dobby, that's not gonna finish you off because I'm gonna let your father do that. And Dobby would turn around and Midoriya, and he would say, you didn't do. Oh gosh, that's how the hell did you do that? And Midoriya would say, even blunt objects can make a cut. And then Dobby would turn around and well, he would hear something, and he would see his littlest sister and his father running at him, like jumping at him, like launching themselves, like with their fire, propelling, that's the word, themselves at Dobby. They would both be saying, flash fire fist, and then boom. They would both hit Dobby, sending him down to the ground, crashing the ground, knocking Dobby out. Then well, Todoroki, Shoto, would look up and see Midoriya and the aura go, like, disperse. The aura would disperse, and Midoriya would drop to his knees and then onto his face. And everyone would rush over to him, check on him, make sure he's alive, which he was, given barely, but yet he would be rushed back to UA to get healed up, right? And then another time skip. See, this would be to the final battle. And I'm just gonna, if you haven't watched the ending of my first ever what if Deku had the eight gates, you would know that I only do the endings of the final battle with Shigaraki. Okay, so Midoriya wouldn't actually be part of the fight yet. See, Midoriya would be watching from a far distance with two people in there with him, one being Sakio and Telly, and the other being Lady Nagant. Kiana? Is that Kiana something? I think that's her name. Don't. I think that's her name. Or it's something along the lines of that. Kiana, something along the lines of that, right? And Midoriya would be his whole entire left side, like upper body, like you see in the picture, would be bandaged up, like whole entire, like half of his body would be bandaged up. He would see, like, he would see his friends. Some he would even call his family, or, well, all of them would be considered family to him at this point. Some even more than family. He sees two of them as brothers in Bakugo and Kaminari, and one down there, and two with him as possible more than family. Well, more than friends. But yet, he hasn't made that decision yet. He's not very good with love, to be exact. He's not very good with it. See, Lady Nagant would say, um, Midoriya, you gotta quit looking out there. Because it can, and most likely will, end out badly. And Midoriya would say, I know. I want to be out there so bad. I'm just itching to hit him. Everything he's took away from everyone. See, how am I supposed to call myself a hero if I'm just here watching? And he would look over and he would see his old friend, which over that, like, many times again, it would be like months, like 5 months. He would see his blade. See, what he would be wearing at this very moment would be his normal shoes, his like loafers. I guess that they would be called. He'd be wearing them. His his like hero pants, his like hero suit pants, right? And then on his, he would be wearing a tank top, like on his, like as a, he would be wearing a t-shirt, right? And his goggles and his like bracelets instead of wearing a tie. He doesn't wear a tie all the time. He wears a bracelet, like two bracelets, one on each arm. If he doesn't feel wearing a tie all the time, well, which he is also wearing his watch instead of the one bracelet on his right arm. Okay, and Midoriya would look at Nagant, look at Sakio, and look at the blade, and he would like rush over to his blade, jump out the window he was watching out of, and just start speeding towards the battlefield where his friends are fighting for their lives. So let's get down there with the people that are down there. The others are scattered around the battlefield, down, but not dead. They're not dead. They're just like down. And the people who are around Shigaraki at the very moment would be Bakugo, Kaminari, Todoroki, uh, Sato, Ojiro, Kirishima, and yeah, and also Mirio and Tamaki. Okay, and they would see, they would all be like a circle in a circle around Shigaraki, right? And they would all feel like a gust of wind go past them, and they would see Midoriya right above Shigaraki, about to hit him, and Shigaraki would look up, all beaten, all tired, and Shigaraki would say, "How did he get here so fast? How did he get here so fast? And didn't I thought Dobby killed him? How is he still alive?" And they they could all hear Midori say, "Black Flash, cursed enemy," which is a new variation of the Black Flash, which is even stronger than the last. See, he's going all out in one hit with Black Flash, cursed enemy. That is a sick name, in my opinion. And Midori would hit Shigaraki right in the chest, right? And and then, well, they would all see him hit, but then Midori would disappear for a second and then reappear behind Shigaraki. When he was in the air, he only said Black Flash. And then once he would be on the ground, he would say cursed enemy, which he also did hit on the ratio coin. Okay. And then doom, douche. They would all hear Shigaraki's body hitting the ground. Like Shigaraki's body would start to like twitch all over the place. Like he would start twitching like a lot. And then Midoriya, then Shigaraki's body would start to like decompose. No, I'm joking. He kicked the bucket. And then Bakugo, did I say one on the battlefield? I meant to say two. I just remembered a ship I completely forgot about. Like, I absolutely, completely forgot about um one ship. So he sees two. on the battlefield as more than friends, and then he sees two more as more than friends. Okay. What? And then they would all gather around Midoriya, scolding him like badly. Okay. And now a time skip. Around, I don't know, 5 more years later, they would all be heroes by now. Um, some more popular than others. Midoriya was actually would be able to be go back and do hero work, given not very much, but yet he was able to still do it, even though with this threatening injury. And we go into Midoriya's agency, which he shares with his two figuratively figurative brothers, right? They all shared the same agency, like a big building, like yeah, they would all have the like same sidekicks. That's what they would share. But there are three bosses, like three people in the agency, like three like high-ranking heroes. And see, we would well now we'll go into Midoriya's office, and around his office would be bookshelves, posters, all like tables, chairs, all of that type of sorts, right? And we will go to his desk, which a plain on wooden desk with just a regular old spinny chair, because we all know Midori would like surprisingly really like spinny chairs. And there would be five, no, 6 pictures on there. I know that sounds like a lot. There would be three on each side. Okay. No, no. There would be two on one side, the four on the other. Okay. It's almost been 2 hours, right? Yeah, 19 more minutes until it's been 2 hours. Right? Yeah, that's nearly that time counts, adds up. And Midoriya, well, the picture, we'll start with the side with the least amount of pictures, okay? One picture is of Midoriya, Bakugo, and Kaminari as heroes in all their hero costumes, given now Midoriya well, Midoriya is still the same, but yet now he has bandages on one side of his face. You know what? Let's go to the old one. I'll probably still use this as the thumbnail, honestly. I most likely will. And the the picture with all three of them they would be in poses, right? Uh, Kaminari in the middle, and the and Bakugo on the right, Midoriya on the left. Uh, Kamino would be down like in like a in a Spider-Man fashion, but yet without the web shooting. He would be like uh like his launcher thing. Yeah, he would have like his launcher like hand, his launcher arm thing pointed out, and Midoriya would be uh like chill, and like Midoriya would they would all be in poses, and Midoriya's would be him uh like arm his left arm out and his right arm back with his blade in hand, his cleaver in hand, like squat down, right? And then Bakugo's uh pose would be him screaming with his hands out, like uh like causing sparks in his hand. And the picture right beside it would be a picture of him in class 1A as they when they were kids or when they were in high school, like while they were in high school, right? In the 1A uniform with Aizawa, Nezu, All Might, all their teachers, well, except for Midnight. Well, no, Midnight would be there um, at the point of the picture. And on the other side with the four pictures, I'll start from uh, left to right. Um, or I'll just say what the pictures are. See, these four pictures would look like very close to each of them, very close to the others in the row. And these pictures would be Midoriya standing beside a woman in a gown, in a wedding gown. See, I feel like you will be able to point this out by yourself, but yet these four pictures of are is his four ships, even though this last one is um very close, like recently added, which would be his last that would be the last picture in the row. The first picture of Midoriya, and it would be a pure white-haired woman in a wedding gown, right? Which would be Sakio. And the one beside that would be uh Midoriya and a with hold on with a woman with red and white hair being female. Well, being Todoroki, which if you don't know is a girl. And then the second to last picture is Midoriya and um a woman with dark blue hair. I guess that's what you would call it. Dark blue, like nearly black, like a shade of dark blue, I guess. Which being Tamaki, which I've explained this before, which is a which Tamaki is a female as well. And this last picture would be Midoriya and Lady Nagant, which she is in a tuxedo, I guess. Yeah, I feel like she would be the one to wear a tux. And there would be something else, well, something on his computer screen, um, playing. But first, I'll show you after what's on there after I tell you all some stuff. First is thank you all for watching this series. After this one will be what if Deku was Sanji's reincarnation, which that is the next what if after this next Monday. This will the part one of what if Deku Sanji's reincarnation will come out. Hopefully, that's my goal at least. No telling what will actually happen. And the one taking the place of what if Deku had um the Eight Gates is what if Naruto was Zoro's reincarnation. And Wednesday is, this Wednesday, 2 days from now, when I'm recording this at least, is what if Deku was the email the quirk. And the what if that's taking that one's place is what if Deku had the Omnitrix, which I'm going to point this out now, which that one will also be an only male the quirk, but yet that won't be in the title. Actually, it probably will be in the title, in like brackets after part one. So you all will know that will also be an only male the quirk. Okay? Right. Question. What is your favorite one out of the three coming up? Out of the three what ifs that are coming up, what is your favorite one? Please tell me in the comments. Tell me which one is your favorite. Like, subscribe, and thank you again for watching this series. And now I will show you what is on his computer playing. You saw a glimpse of it in the intro. Let's go back in time. Thank you all once again.
Go back in time and see yourself. You wanna be like someone else. Don't wanna change me, don't wanna tell you for my health. Go back in time and tell yourself, was this one right or someone else? Don't wanna change me, would rather feed into your spells. Said no more lies, okay. Go back in time some more. Don't trust these people, yeah, confide. Okay, you said no more fights, okay. Go back and lie some more. You trust your demons on your side. Oh, I'm done trying to bring the people stress into my life. Fuck around and take a step to the limelight. But just wanna start blaming me, then start failing me. I'm so done with a fight. I know what's best and for myself. Trying to fix you as a hell. I don't wanna change me, would rather you see someone else. Go back in time and see yourself. You wanna be like someone else. Don't wanna change me, don't wanna tell you for my health. Go back in time and tell yourself, was this one right or someone else? that's a fact. But will you still forgive me? Before I picked up a mic, you shined above human light. I bring it back, make it right, so you could still forgive me, yeah. Look how far that I've fallen. I was glass leaving shards, and look at the scar, and you left me destroyed. You got me falling to pieces, wishing I could delete this, but now I'm just seething that you left me destroyed. Go back in time and see yourself. You wanna be like someone else. Someone is changing me, don't wanna tell you for my health. Go back in time and tell yourself, was this one right or someone else? Someone is changing me, would rather feed into your spells.
Once again, thank you all, and I'll see you all Wednesday.